Hi there to the Direct Line subscribers and everyone watching this video. It is a Saturday. It is a very quiet Saturday because normally on a Saturday, Lyle Cooper, not only you and I, but the whole of the racing industry would be watching some form of racing, but it's very rare, if ever, that we've got a Saturday free and devoid of local South African horse racing. How are you?
Oh, far much better, but it's almost depressing, Nico. It feels like something's missing. But we do have 5 UK meetings, which start at 2:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the same. Not at all the same.
Well, it was great to see you come back during the course of the week. You did the red carpet introductions and interviews on Wednesday for the Equus Awards. And it was a very good evening. You and I sat together, well, when you weren't working, and we had a wonderful evening. Your impression of the whole evening that was at Empress Palace on Wednesday night?
I thought a fantastic evening, well organized, well run. Obviously, one or two contentious prizes that were won. We all know about that, but overall, I thought fantastic. It always is.
Just some sad news coming out of that is the passing of Jay August. Now, people that might have watched the Clocking the Gallop shows, our predecessor to this particular channel, would have known Jay August of several discussions that we had inclusive of Jay. Now, Jay was a very intellectual mind when it came to horse racing. He saw it from a completely different perspective to anyone else. He was certainly a man that stood for his own beliefs and theories, and he was a big statistician, big numbers man, and he was also in charge of collating the three different parts of the voting process that were the Equus Awards for 2023, the public vote, putting together all those votes, plus the judges' vote, plus, of course, the points that horses had earned by wins during the season. So a very big loss was Jay August. I don't know if you had anything to do with Jay, but we certainly did on Clocking the Gallop, and it was sad to hear of his passing on Friday.
Yeah, I only met him a few times at Turffontein. He'd often come and chat to me, but a lovely man and a sad loss to racing. Anyone that's of any influence is a sad loss. Anyone's a sad loss, never mind of influence. But obviously he will be missed in the racing industry.
Absolutely. Well, one of our main reasons why we came on here today to chat for Lyle and I to get together with our followers and subscribers was just to remind you that we have quite a bit on the go in the next few days. Now, this current week, we are giving you a special because of the launch of our Direct Line YouTube channel, which is less than a week old. We decided that we would lower our 400 Rand monthly subscription. We talk about a monthly subscription, it's actually a 4-week subscription, and we're lowering the price to 350 Rand, but that lasts until yesterday, Friday. We've extended that until Sunday. So if you pay today, Saturday, or tomorrow, Sunday, you'll get what you should be getting for 400 for 350.
Yeah, that's today and tomorrow, so not too long to go, 48 hours. And I'm glad you did mention that, because when we say to all of our clients or customers, it's 4 weeks, it's 28 days. Because one or two guys often come back a day or two and say, oh, no, it's supposed to be a month. But 28 days, it's 28 days, it's not a month. So just for all the guys and girls out there to know. And there we go. There's all the stats up there with a 12.5% discount. Thanks, Nico. Wonderful idea. And it's now up until Sunday. What time on Sunday, Nico?
Midnight.
Okay.
Midnight on Sunday. So in fact, even if you pay on Monday morning, you'll get away with it. But you can take advantage of paying. You basically will pay 350 Rand. But the big thing is that a week from today, we'll already be into this next slide here, because we've got the Spring Spree Stakes at Turffontein next Saturday, the 2nd of September. And there's the big meeting at Fairview on the Friday, which is the Jockey Club Stakes, which is a very important race in the Fillies and Mares program, run at Fairview over 2,000 meters. So that is on Friday the 1st, Saturday the 2nd, and then our normal Scottsville meeting on Sunday the 3rd, out of season Natal Racing. But for those of you that think that 350 or 400 Rand is a bit too pricey, then we have this 200 Rand weekend special. It is for 3 days only, but the thing is that it's a lower entry fee to come in and to see what we offer and what we deliver, Lyle.
Yeah, and that's it's always good value. And it's the value bets we give. Just one of those value bets can be 5, 6 to 1, and you can you can really make so much money. We put up the PA. We always put up a PA, and if we can, a bipot, and then often a jackpot. We very seldom put a pick six up, but you
Yes.
can use our numbers. There's one of our customers who claims to have caught 12 pick sixes in a row using our numbers. So I think that's the way to play. You don't have to take our exact numbers. You can use them as a skeleton, so to speak, if you don't want to take our numbers. But the four of us together have all got a lot of experience, and I know that we're well respected in our field. So I think you're getting good value here.
Just another thing is that if people don't know what we do offer a race by race analysis. It's a short excerpt or small piece of information that is provided for each race that's run on the day to give you more or less our thinking on that race. But more importantly, I think, is what we term a Direct Line confidence index, where we rate the race out of every single race out of 10. 1 being that it's an easy race, 10 being that it's a very difficult race. And then we give an overall index on the day on whether we think you should play or not. That is something that we introduced about a year ago, and it's worked well for us.
It has, and just to say it in layman's terms, if it's a 1, it really means our top horse will win. And if it's a 10, then be very, very careful. And we like to do that to show you where to take the strikes and where to be very careful. So I think the rating system has worked quite well.
To keep it very current, yesterday afternoon was a case in point. And I'll just quickly come to you before we go on to the information of how people can contact us. Yesterday, we had that feature race in Gqeberha yesterday at Fairview, where you know that I'm a huge follower of Gallic Tribe.
Yes.
And the hot pot favorite was Cliff Top. But we also liked a horse called Prince of Fire because we know him well from Joburg. And we managed to tip the quartet in that race, which I think played very, very well because our first 4 choices filled the quartet positions.
Yeah, literally. They literally did. We often get that right. And just to add on to that, there's 4 of us. It's not just you and I. There are 4 of us that sit together. We analyze, we argue, we debate, and eventually we come up with our top 4 numbers. So it's not thumb sucking. We literally spend a lot of time with our numbers and our selections.
Absolutely. I'm just quickly giving a bit of license here to go yesterday and to see what that quartet paid. So you can actually have a look at it.
Yes, let's have a look.
The numbers were 3, 1, 7, and 2. 838 Rand 60 was the quartet.
There we go.
With Prince of Fire winning, beating home the hot pot favorite Cliff Top, and then Gallic Chief was 3rd. 838 Rand 60, and that was basically for 24 Rand.
Correct.
Yeah,
we often do that. In fact, we often do it straight line as well. We pride ourselves on giving value as well as the wins. And it's just why we've got the opportunity, Nico, for our current clients as well. Often you'll see our best bet on the card is not the obvious one. I think they need to know that. The 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10s, we do not tip those as our best bets. We tip a horse from 12 to 10 minimum upwards. So I think that's important for them to know.
I think that is important because people often say, this is a best bet, you should be putting it as a best bet. But we know that odds on do get beat. Now, yesterday was another case in point whereby a horse called Cherry No had been back from 3 to 1, I think, into 8 to 10 at the off. Didn't think it was a best bet. Why didn't we think it was a best bet, Lyle? Because it looked a little bit more competitive than people just putting and taking on Cherry No. Whilst we had even the confidence from Gavin Smith, who was happy to share that he made it a banker, we didn't think as much.
Correct.
Enough the race didn't work out great in terms of the horse had to go to the front and was passed and the pace was muddling. But the fact of the matter is we did not feel that Cherry No was a best bet, nor for that matter did we feel Cliff Top was a best bet.
100%. We actually looked at the Cherry No, and I remember that the weights didn't favour Cherry No because there are a lot of weight turnaround there. And therefore it can't be an odds-on favourite. And we said that straight off the bat. Yeah.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is just tell you, if you're hearing all of this, you don't know what we're about, you'd like to try us, you'd like to come on board, and you're watching the Direct Line for the first time, here is the information that I'm going to give to you now of who to contact. We've got a very able assistant in Bella. She handles all our administration for this particular show. And here is her information. She is contactable on her mobile number, or the Direct Line mobile number, to be specific, on 079 390 5747. You can also WhatsApp her on that number, or if you don't want to have direct contact, then just feel free to email us. She will pick up your email on the email address, the direct line, SA, one word, @gmail.com. Our banking details, if you want to deposit either the 350 Rand or the 200 Rand option, you can get hold of us or put the money and deposit it into Clocking the Gallop. It's an FNB check account. The number is 6290-552-8321 and the branch code 250655. But do remember, most importantly, two things. When you do the deposit of either 200 Rand or 350 Rand, put your name and your mobile number as the reference, please. And then send it through. Send your proof of payment through either to our WhatsApp number by taking a photo and WhatsApping it through, or emailing it through to us. And then we will put you on board and you'll receive our tips immediately. Do specify as well whether you want your tips sent to you via WhatsApp or whether you want them sent to you via an email address, which you'll also have to provide through to us. That's the information of how you can contact us. But do remember, for the 4-week monthly option, you only have until Sunday to pay 350. If you leave it to Monday, you'll go back and to default back to the 400 Rand per every 4 weeks. Lyle, I think that summed it all up.
Yeah, it does. I think it's quite inexpensive, Nick. I know life's expensive, but you know, milk's gone from 1 Rand to 25 Rand. As far as 400 Rand is concerned, for a sheet every day, I think it's a pretty good deal. And I know one or two people also say there are a lot of free tipsters out there. There's no such thing as a free tipster. There's money coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
No one tips for free. It's just silly spending so much time and effort on it. So looking forward to people joining us, and I hope we can make them lots of money.
Well, the point is on that point is that we're a self-funding. We're not paid by anyone to tip to the public. The public that we tip to are paying us, and we need to provide them with the most professional stroke successful tips in the market. Correct. And that's what we try and do every day.
Absolutely. Well said.
Thanks very much, Lyle. Thanks to you for watching this short broadcast. It's the direct line. I think Lyle and I might well be back on Tuesday because we're both working at Turffontein. We mentioned that to each other before we came on air. So we will come back on Tuesday and we will probably do a couple of races for you. There it is. Tuesday, the 29th of August at Turffontein. I know you're already studying, but what we'll do is we'll promise everyone a video for Tuesday morning.
Okay.
You and I will come on and just give 1 or 2 hints on what we like for the day.
I like it. Thank you, Nico.
Thanks so much, Lyle. Go well. Have a great weekend.
Cheers. You too. Thank you.